Hello and welcome to a quick video unboxing this fragrance Elie Saab Essence numéro 1 Rose. So this is from Elie Saab's now discontinued Essences collection. There are 10 fragrances, or maybe, I think there are 10. They skipped 5 because of Chanel number 5. That are all done by Kurkdjian, and they all focus on a singular note. I think there was some sort of shtick that you are able to layer them, but yeah, I don't really care about that. I just, find them on discounters for a very, very good price, and I'm just interested to see what Kurkdjian can do with a lower budget. I think new these were over 200 bucks, but on discounters you can find them for like 40 euros or something like that. I like the box. It's nice. It opens from the front. There's like this gold text. Here's the badge code. So a little bit of a blurb, some ingredients. And when you open it up, you get this little drawstring bag with like metal on the ends of the string. And inside comes the fragrance, like so. Okay, so there you go. There's the bottle. Sticker not stuck on very well, or maybe it's kind of gotten loose with time. It's like an air bubble, but I don't mind. If I had paid retail for this, I would have been quite disappointed, but at the current price, that's all right. There's a little bit of a logo on top. It is a magnetic cap, but it's a kind of very light plastic cap. So nothing super special. Let's have a sniff. So Kurkdjian, he's got quite a lot of rose fragrances for his own brand, right? He's got the Oud Satin Mood, he's got Homme à la Rose, he's got à la Rose. So he can do rose. He can successfully make a nice smelling rose, and he has usually this kind of mass peeling clean style with like lots of musks and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see what he does here. Okay, so it is a rose, and it's a sweet rose. It's a clean rose. It's got something slightly candied about it. There's hints of something fruity here. So it almost does like a strawberry thing, maybe a raspberry thing. It is quite sweet, but not cloying. It has this airy feel. It's like a cloudy rose. And I wouldn't say it's a bright rose. I wouldn't say it's a particularly fresh rose, but it's clean and it's airy. It has this woody facet. It is slightly powdery as well. But yeah, it does remind me very, very slightly of like a strawberry or raspberry chewing gum. But it stops short of being annoying. So far so good. I can smell vanilla in here. That's very typical of Kurkdjian. Oud Satin Mood is more of a ambery rose vanilla fragrance than a proper oud and rose. And I think satin is a good word for this rose as well. It has this sort of satin-like quality. It's very flowy. It's soft. It has some sort of elegance to it. It smells very modern. So I don't think this smells old-fashioned. I don't think this smells like rose-scented lotion or anything like that. It also doesn't do too much of that rose watery thing. I can smell a lot of white musks, as is typical for Kurkdjian. Of course, I'm probably going in here with a little bit of bias. So I'm expecting musks and I'm getting musks. It's a very simple fragrance, but I don't mind it. I would say unisex, maybe slightly leaning feminine. But it's not like a super big, huge rose. This is not, it's not a room filler. It's not like Portrait of a Lady. It's also not as dark as Portrait of a Lady, probably. It has a certain lightness to it. Like I said, that sort of satin feel, also this satiny texture. Because it's not really dewy, and it's not really overly powdery, although it leans powdery. But there is some sort of juicy, jammy facet to this as well. So I wouldn't say this is a tea rose, but maybe like there is something slightly juicy, fruity about this, right? There's a little bit of tartness here, so it's got a little bit of something sour with the sweetness that helps balance that out. And there's something else I'm smelling here. There's some other floral, I think. Don't know exactly. There's a slight, interesting slight other floral thing here. What is this? Is there like a touch of lavender maybe? I could maybe see a little bit of a lavender thing. But as it dries down, I'm getting more of that sort of woody vanillic feel. There might be a little bit of benzoin in here as well, you know, linking in with that vanillic thing and adding to the powderiness of that rose. The bubble gumminess that I got in the beginning is fading. It's interesting, there's something slightly tannic coming through. So something like overbrewed fruit tea, maybe like a very tannic, mineralic red wine. You know, that links in with the tartness. This slightly almost vinegary thing, but it doesn't smell too fermented because it has the sweetness and this fluffy cloudiness as well. Interesting. Okay, so I think that should about do it for my first impressions. Let's have a look at the official notes. So this came out in 2014, of course done by Kurkdjian, Francis Kurkdjian. The notes are Turkish rose absolute, vanilla, Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, damask rose or damascena rose, depending on how you want to say it, grass rose absolute, rose centifolia, and cedar wood. So here's the thing. They list 4 different roses, or even 5 maybe. 2 of them are actually absolutes. So the other ones, I don't know if it's an essential oil that they mean, or if it's a concrete that they mean, or if it's just a synthetic. Because lots of rose fragrances, they use a rose base. That's, you know, using stuff like phenylethyl alcohol and damascone, all kinds of different compounds. So it's unclear how much actual rose, natural rose absolutes and essential oils are in here. For what it's worth, I hear actually that the yield for absolute is better than for an essential oil, meaning the absolute is a solvent extraction and the essential oil is a steam distillation. So rose absolutes can often be cheaper than rose essential oils, whereas that might change depending on the particular compound, the particular material. I get actually something very lightly geranium-y now, which is interesting because that's usually something that I get at the beginning. So usually I get like a fresh geranium-y thing that's kind of almost minty right at the beginning, and then the rose absolutes start taking over because rose fragrances usually have some geranium mixed in with the rose, because geranium tends to be a little bit cheaper. But I'm getting geranium now. It's kind of a little bit pinker and has this very slight mintiness, whereas in the beginning this was really leaning sweet. So you got this like very candied feel in the beginning with more powder, and it's getting less powdery now, and there's almost a freshness appearing. And it's like very petally. I'm getting lots of rose petals. It feels like that satin texture of the rose petal. And the sweetness is actually, for now, gotten softer, and I get more of the bitterness and more of the tartness, which is really nice. So I'm liking this more as it dries down. Okay, yeah, let me know what you think about this line. Let me know what you think about essence number 1, rose. This is of course colored. This is not natural color. Rose colored juice would be a very lightly yellow usually. For example, this tower here has natural rose. This one is also naturally colored. The La Douleur Exquise, Love Kills is also naturally colored. So these are more natural rose colored. Even the Frederic Malle, I think, is natural color, although this is an older bottle. So this is, of course, colored with colorants. But yeah, nice presentation. Nice, so far nice for the price. Yeah, let me know if you've tried this one. Let me know if you've tried any of the other ones from this line, which one you recommend. And if you find them on discount, just consider them. Consider them because it's a really nice presentation. It's a 100 ml bottle. It's Francis Kurkdjian, and he at least does something that's, you know, usually smooth and you know, nice smelling in a general sense. So there's very rarely something that he does that's actually really awful. I didn't like his new Cure saddle, but that's a different story. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you've got anything to say about the questions that I gave you. And please be safe, be kind to each other, and be kind to yourself. And until the next video, bye-bye.